Welcome back everyone to Catherine's Plates, where it's always simple, easy, and delicious in my kitchen. Today it is all about dessert. I'm going to take a Hostess Ding Dong and I'm going to do a copycat version of it by using a boxed cake mix and some simple ingredients. Now, a Ding Dong cake, this is inspired by when we go on trips. My husband, towards the end of the trip, always needs to stop and pick up a Ding Dong. It helps him, and zingers, and it helps him just drive through and finish the trip for us. Okay, so it's simple, you guys. We're just going to use a boxed cake mix, some simple ingredients, and it's going to be so delicious. Make this cake and then let me know how close it is to a Hostess Ding Dong. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is, I've got a large bowl here. We're going to make a cake according to the boxed instructions. I'm going to show you really quick how I'm going to turn it into a bakery style though, so that it's nice and fluffy and it tastes delicious. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and add my cake mix to a large bowl. Now this is a dark chocolate fudge and it's a 15.25 ounce size box. It's gonna be a good one. And yes, my husband cannot wait. All right, on the back of the box it says add 1 cup of water. I'm going to be adding 1 cup of milk. Now this is just 2%. You can use whole milk or any kind of milk that you want. This is going to be the bakery style here. I've got 3 eggs. Now I brought these to room temperature. When you bring eggs to room temperature before you bake with them, it makes a fluffier cake, and it also keeps, the cake from seizing in on itself. So it's very light, very fluffy, and delicious. All right, and then it says 1/3 cup of cooking oil, vegetable oil. Now I'm using butter. I just melted that in our microwave. I'm going to add that. Okay, I've got my electric hand mixer here. I'm going to mix this for 2 minutes until it's nice and combined and very fluffy. Get all of that cake batter off of our beaters here. I have a 9x13 baking dish. What we're going to do is grease and flour it. Now I'm using a cooking spray that has the flour in it, and I love this stuff. It's really easy to use. So I'm just going to spray the bottom and the sides and edges of my dish here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and place my batter into my 9x13 prepared baking dish here. Alright, let's smooth it out. Well, it's nice and fluffy. Look at that, nice and creamy. It's going to make a delicious cake. Want it even as possible. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and bake our cake per the instructions on the back of the box here for a 9x13 baking dish, and that is going to be about 26 to 31 minutes. So what you're going to want to do is just take your toothpick at the end of the time, put it into the cake in the center, pull it out. If it's dry or has maybe a little bit of crumb on it, then it's totally fine and ready to come out. Now if it's still a little wet, then you need to put it back in for a few minutes. And then what we're going to do is cool the cake down completely before we finish this one off. Okay, we have a show coming up that we're going to put together in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be a Q&A show for my channel. We haven't done one since, I believe, in December. We answered a few questions for you, but this is going to be a big shebang here. So if you have questions, let me know down below in the comments, and we're going to try to compile them all together and answer them for you in the next coming weeks. So y'all bring them on. The cake is now cooled completely and it's back behind me. I've got my stand mixer here. What we're going to do now is create that second layer that filling that is so delicious in a ding dong cake. Now this is kind of an old-fashioned version of a filling, okay, because we're going to be using some Crisco shortening. So I'm going to put 2/3 of Crisco shortening and then half a stick of very soft butter into my stand mixer bowl here, and I'm going to mix this together until it kind of combines together. Okay, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All right, I've got some evaporated milk, and I'm going to put half a cup in. And we will find plenty of reasons why we need to use the rest of that, so make sure you keep that. All right, we're going to mix this all together, and it's going to be really nice and creamy, and it'll take about 5 to 8 minutes. And we want to do this on a number 2 or a number 4. Okay, so I wound up mixing this for about 10 minutes. At the 5-minute mark, I went in and I checked it, and it looked like it just needed to be mixed more. So I did another 5 minutes, and this looks awesome, and it tastes really delicious too. We're going to bring our cake back over here, and then we're going to put our filling on top of it. Okay, I'm just evenly spreading the filling here. Now you're going to want some kind of edging on the cake here, that way, because we got one more layer to put on here. You can get your little edging right around here, about 1/4 inch. That looks good. Okay, so what I've got is just a medium size bowl or a pourable measuring cup. And this is about up to 4 cups, and we're not going to need that amount, but it's got a spout on it and it'll be easy to pour. What I'm going to do is take a thing of frosting. Now this is chocolate fudge, and it's 16 ounces. I'm going to put it into, now you want to put it into a microwave safe bowl, and what we're going to do, I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 10 seconds, stir it, 10 seconds, stir it until it's pourable. It took about 30 seconds, so put it in for 10, 10, another 10, and that's what you want right there. All right, let's go ahead now and put this on top of our cake. Now just put enough to where it covers the cake. You don't want to over pour and then have it going over the sides of your dish here, because this is pretty full. All right, and then I'm just going to spread it out. Now this frosting will set. Make sure that you spread it right away when you put it on the cake. All right, I'm just going to clean up the edges here. Okay, what we need to do now is let this set up and let everything come together. So you can either set this on your counter covered for about 2 to 3 hours, so you can let that icing and that filling just set up, or you can place it in your refrigerator for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside. Don't forget, I have a Q&A show coming in a couple of weeks, so make sure you get your questions down below in the comments. Okay guys, I will see you back here. I'm going to give you this a taste test for you. Ooh, look at those layers. Yes, it looks like a ding dong, doesn't it? In a cake form.
Oh, you're cutting a corner piece.
A corner piece.
That must be mine.
You gotta get in there.
Yay.
Oh.
I help you.
You coming?
Yeah, I help you.
Okay, there we go. Plop it out there.
There, yay.
That is our Copycat Hostess Ding Dong in a cake form. And I have a special guest in the kitchen. I think you just heard him.
Gee, who could that be? Me!
All right, this piece is for him. We're going to see if this lives up to his Hostess Ding Dongs that he likes.
Hey, they are essential road trip food.
I got him. You ready to try it?
Yeah, of course I am.
I got to cut me a piece too.
Gotta wait for your piece.
Oh, isn't that nice of him? He's going to wait. All right. Comes
Yeah,
out so
comes
beautiful.
out nice.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, it kind of smells like a ding dong.
Does it? All
Wow,
right.
ding dongs are essential road trip food. You guys know what I'm talking about. You ladies maybe not, but you guys, you know. You've had them.
All right. Let's go. Mmm.
That tastes like a ding dong.
Tastes like a ding dong.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a winner.
Yeah,
We
I
got
like
a
it.
winner. Y'all do this exactly like I did, and look what you're going to have. We had this in the refrigerator for 1 hour because nothing, we don't wait for anything.
Mm-mm, we don't.
2 to 3 hours? Nope.
I could drive quite a long way with that in the car.
Yep. Okay, you guys, make sure that you give us some questions. We're going to have a show in a couple of weeks, so put them down there in the comments, okay? And we will try to answer them, okay, for you on our show that we're going to do in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on the Ding Dong Cake Copycat Hostess.
They're good.
All right, we got a winner. Okay, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
What are you doing?
Giving you rabbit ears.